everybody. Michael and Sandy from Steelyard here with David Santiago, Strictly Santi.
Hello, everyone.
We have gone solo for all of our conversations, but there was no way, zero chance that one of us could handle this conversation with David. So we're doubling up to have this conversation because your personality is so large.
I love it.
So amazing.
Okay.
That we're going to take this on together. So there's so much we want to talk about, so much we want to hear about. But Sandy, take it away. Ask him some questions, and I'm just going to joke with him while you do that. So you ask the serious stuff.
Well, you know, we all know that you have this great product line. I guess we don't all know. So tell us about your products.
Sure.
Let's pretend nobody knows anything.
Nobody knows. Yeah.
Well, the newest thing with me is I trademarked Strictly Santi. My style, my aesthetic, and I've launched product design with first and foremost lighting with American Brass and Crystal Chandelier. Yep. They're based in Union, New Jersey. They sell to the trade. Beautiful products that are cast in Italy and fabricated in the United States. And I brought color and whimsical design and modern flair to the brand itself. And I'm featuring those light fixtures for the first time at the Show House, Designer Show House with this Aspire Home and Design magazine for the Junior League of High Point.
Cool.
As well as the first...
So New Yorkers and New Jersey people can get together and work together?
Absolutely. Okay. New Yorkers, New Jersey, metro
I'm just
area.
checking. Yeah. Okay.
I like to design it forward. Love wins. And we're all lovers of this industry. And I would talk about my second passion, known as the Prince of Wallpaper, is my wallpaper collection with bijou wall covering. Also based in New York, Syosset, Long Island, and I've launched into the world of hospitality with this collection.
Okay.
Appropriately titled the Passport Collection, inspired from my globe-trotting travels all over the world. But more importantly, Italy, Puerto Rico, and New York City, our own backyard.
Right.
And those two are our first showing here at High Point with the Show House.
Okay.
As well as some local artists from New York. Garrett Johnson from IFTA, Anahi DiCanio from Long Island, Ricardo Monge, my art director from New York, Brooklyn, New York, and Puerto Rico. So I'm really happy about this Show House and the opportunity to launch my brand here at High Point.
Really cool.
It really is.
So you talk about being a world traveler.
Sure.
And I know a lot of that is because of your music and singing, right?
Music and singing.
Singing, design, is there some correlation? Can we bring them together? What are you doing with that?
I think I believe we can.
Yes.
I believe I do. Anywhere that I get to travel, I'd like to explore my musical passion as well as my trade and my industry as design. So when I go to Venice, I'm thinking about all of the design influences as well as the musical opportunities that a city like Venice has to offer.
Sure.
Culture, art, dance, industry, and so forth. And here in High Point, I'm here for the run of the Show House until November 3rd. I'm fully committed.
Wow.
Yes. And for those of you that don't know, I'm making my Carnegie Hall debut in January.
Yay!
Yay! And I brought my music along. So on my downtime, I get to focus on my memorization of some of my Russian repertoire and French repertoire, as well as
Russian, French, and
Italian. I've had some new works that I'm going to be singing and debuting at the concert. And collaborating here with an accompanist from High Point University and doing some coaching.
Okay.
While I'm doing the Show House.
Wow.
This life of duality. And hopefully my voice will recover from High Point.
Wow.
We're on full time.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I commit. I give it all.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. So there's stories in music, there's stories in design. That thread is common in both. Right?
Sure,
We're
absolutely.
not just talking about product, we're not just talking about music, we're talking about what's behind it. So is that what inspires you, the story behind your designs, the story behind your music? I
would say so. And I keep referencing the Show House, but so many elements of my walks, my different backgrounds came together. From the area rug that was donated from Nourrisson is called Le Rêve. That's one of the arias that I'm going to be singing from the opera Manon by one of my favorite French composer, Massenet. The opera icons that I had commissioned Ricardo, Beverly Sills, Luciano Pavarotti, Jesse Norman. So I've got music there. Then I've got the Blinded by the Flight artwork with Jackie Von Tobel from Left Bank Art, which has all these butterflies that lead to the butterfly watercolor collection from Garrett Johnson, to Nahi DeCanio's art piece that's called Soaring. So I've got this lyrical sense of artwork, classicism, music. You know, the wallpaper's Old San Juan. You've got culture there. You've got nostalgic music there. So somehow, it's not literal, but it's wonderful to see it all come together, and it wasn't literally planned that way.
Right.
So yeah, I'm literally walking on music, so to speak, or walking through music in the space.
Do you see why two of us had to
Yeah, I
have
was
this
gonna say.
conversation? There's just so much here.
There
David.
is a lot.
So Sandy, ask him something
Yeah,
else.
where
I need
did
to
you-
take all that in.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up, I was born in New York City, Washington Heights, and at the age of 7, we migrated to Bergen County, New Jersey. About 10 minutes over the bridge, and I grew up in Teaneck, New Jersey.
Yes.
And it was a multicultural, diversified community growing up. I had a wonderful childhood. The Little Rascals, baseball, Little League. I played in the woods, clubhouses. I did it all.
So
That's
cool.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask the classic New York question.
Sure.
Because I've spent a lot of years there.
Sure.
What's your favorite pizza in New York?
My favorite pizza in New York at this point, I don't have one.
Okay.
I don't.
That's fine.
What's your
And there's so
favorite
many
cuisine?
good ones.
But I like vegan pizza. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
So I like a good vegan pizza. I haven't found a good vegan pizzeria in New York.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is surprising.
Surprising. If you had asked me about pizza when I was going to school, they're no longer there. They're gone. So that's null and void.
Yeah.
But I am a pizza lover.
Okay.
But you're a vegan.
I'm a vegan.
I did not know that.
Vegan.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how do you plan for that at Market? I mean, vegan at a place like Market, it takes a lot of planning and thinking. So
It does, or being strategic. Like before I went to the keynote speech at the theater, I was starving, and there was a turkey vegetable wrap. I just opened it up, took the turkey out, stuffed it with olives and celery, and voila.
There you go.
That's what you improvise.
I love it.
Yes, you
Cool.
make do. You improvise like a good designer. Make it work.
Yeah.
Let's put them on the spot.
Sure.
What can we ask them besides pizza? What do you have? What can we put them on the spot with?
Well, this might not be a put on the spot, but because I know you get this question a lot.
Sure.
How are you so organized where you have all this stuff going on and you can also put together these outfits like different every
Right.
day?
That's a really
it's like
good
a
question.
composition every day. Like, does it just come naturally, or do you do a little planning?
I do a little bit of both. Coming down to High Point for as long as I am this time around, I literally moved out of my wardrobe, moved it in. So it wasn't like coming to Market for 3 or 4 days
Right.
where I have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, who am I? And I could bring my 3 or 4 blazers and vests and bow ties. But I do think about it. Who am I today? And sometimes it doesn't always walk out the door the way that I planned. Like this outfit wasn't planned for today. I knew that I wanted to wear the fuchsia and pink in honor of breast cancer at High Point, but the rest kind of just happened.
Yeah.
This is a first debut, my Stetson hat at High Point, my beautiful wood bow
Tell us
tie.
about the bow tie.
Well, our acquaintance, my and very dear friend Purely Patricia, was on vacation in Portugal, and she knows I'm a bow tie lover, so she brought this back, and I said I will debut it at High Point.
That's amazing.
So it has architectural elements to it. It's clean.
Yeah. It's perfect.
That I thought about. What shirt am I going to wear, and how am I going to translate this architecture?
Right.
Yeah.
And with a hat also is a little bit different shape. I usually wear a fedora.
Sure.
So
Debut hat and debut bow tie, all on the same day here in the Steelyard
You guys
Airstream.
saw it here first.
always thinking forward and evolving. Change is important
amazing.
for creativity.
This is wonderful. You are a passionate industry icon to me.
Well, I'll
because
take
you bring
that.
so much energy. You lift people up. You lift up the industry. We're so thankful you were here.
I love this industry. I'm a veteran. I like to say I'm a veteran. I've been coming to High Point and doing the walk since the mid-90s. Back to, the catalog years when we had the sales reps and they were the diehards.
Sure.
I call it, the Maitland Smith years and the traditional years and when furniture was big and anyway.
Yeah.
So here we are later, 20 years later or something,
Yeah, so
and I'm still here in the
40
game.
Still doing it. We share so many friends, and you mentioned Norisan earlier, who's a new brand for us on Steelyard, which we're so thrilled about, and we love that we crossed so many paths together. We're thankful you were here with us today.
Cheers.
We're going to take our teeny tiny
cheers.
teeny tiny teenies and a little bit of beer from me.
And let's toast to
We're gonna say-
Nora-san,
So,
an
to
industry
Nora-san.
leader, to Nora-san.
Absolutely.
Cheers.